welcome back to my YouTube channel. It is Classic Ani, and today we are talking about business, guys. We will be talking about 6 things to consider before applying for an LLC. Now, you either clicked on this video because 1, you are ready to take your business to the next level, or 2, you already have an LLC and you kind of want to figure out what to look out for. And that is great because I'm about to help you. Quick disclaimer, everything that I'm about to tell you guys is from my best personal knowledge and what I know personally based off my research. I will be dropping links in the description box as well as screen recordings and things to support most of the things that I'm going to tell you guys. And also another disclaimer is that I am in the state of Illinois, so everything is from my knowledge of filing an LLC in the state of Illinois. But don't click off this video because you can benefit from these tips because most of them are very generalized. Tip number 1, is the LLC what you need? You could be needing a DBA, an incorporation, or a nonprofit. And if you know for a fact that your business requires an LLC, you might want to get into some research of what kind of LLC, like multi-membership, sole proprietor, manager managed. It is very important that you know the exact professional title of your business because for tax purposes as well, if you have a business where you will be looking for donors and you want people to like donate, or if you have like a charity or you have something that's helping towards the community, putting an LLC at the end of it could be a little bit harmful because a lot of donors would not want to fund your business because they want to be able to write it off at the end of tax time, and they're more comfortable doing that towards nonprofit organizations and things like that. So you want to be very careful of what kind of LLC you have so you can get the appropriate funding for your business. Okay. Tip number 2, relax, guys. Let me explain. Tip number 2, do not apply for your LLC without professional help. Now, granted, in Illinois, you're allowed to do so. Like, they're gonna let you do it. Like, it's not like against the law to do so. Like, you can very much do it. It's free for you to obtain your EIN online. And then they're gonna go ahead and ask you like, oh, who's representing you? Like, who's your attorney, or like who's speaking on your behalf of your business. And most people who do their LLCs alone without professional help, they tend to put themselves, which can be very harmful because it contradicts the whole point of you getting an LLC.
What was the reason? I just explained the reason. What was the reason?
Most people get LLCs because they want to separate themselves from their business so that if somebody were to file a suit against them, they know who to call on. So I recommend that you go through LegalZoom, Incfile, or consider hiring an attorney. Now, I'm not gonna lie, LegalZoom, they like the gangsters of the whole game. Like, they are gonna charge you a decent amount. That is what I went through. No, this video is not sponsored. I went through LegalZoom. I can drop the links to LegalZoom, Incfile, but I have no idea what attorney to call. I don't know. But LegalZoom and Incfile, I'll drop the link for those. Incfile is a little bit more affordable. I know that from personal experience that LegalZoom is very quick. If you have a question about your LLC, they're going to get back to you pretty soon. I remember having a question about my LLC, and literally I had typed my question into the chat box, and literally I was able to schedule a call back, or I was able to take up the option to speak with the person right then and there. And I feel like it's important for you to take your LLC seriously because
that's like, why not? Why would you not want to do that?
But if your business requires an LLC and you're like strapped for cash, I recommend Incfile or hiring an attorney. LegalZoom is a little bit more of a pretty penny, but please do this professionally so that you're as accurate as possible for your business. Tip number 3, which literally 2 leads into number 3, guys. Prevent cracks in your LLC. Prevent those cracks in your LLC, guys. And one of the main things to preventing the cracks in your LLC is you getting a bank account right after you get your EIN number from the state or whatever company you decided to go with to file your LLC. Now, this is very important because if somebody files a suit against you and they look at your business and things like that, they most likely will be asking for statements and things like that for you to verify your business about, just to identify the kind of business that you are having. And if you don't have a business account for your business, that can be a really bad look. They will call this co-mingling funds, and it's likely to identify your business as a scam, and it's really not a good thing to do, because it's like you putting all your hard work into your business and you're getting this money and your business is legit, but you just didn't go about it the professional way. And also another thing to prevent cracks in your LLC is to make sure that you renew your LLC, guys. Make sure you renew your LLC every year to make sure that it's active, because you never know when stuff is gonna hit the fan. You never know when that customer is gonna take it the extra mile with you. You just never know. So it's always be prepared. You can have paid your LLC, you just don't know, like, oh, I was supposed to renew this year. Yeah, you're supposed to renew this year. Every year you have to renew it. That can cause a crack in your LLC. So when somebody sues you, you'll be responsible even though you applied for LLC like way back when, which is a terrible feeling because some people just don't know. So, but this is me here telling y'all. And if you like what I've said so far and you are listening still, please hit subscribe. Okay guys, we are almost halfway there. I'm gonna go ahead and tell you guys what tip number 4 is. Okay, tip number 4 is mainly for the beginners. Like, you haven't even sold anything yet, you have this business idea and you want to make sure you're jumping into this the right way. You want to be official about your business, and yeah. So the tip for you guys, the very much beginners, I say give your business about 6 months to see how much money you're making, or if you want to go about your business, or if you even like your business name, or just get comfortable with your business before you try to identify it from a professional standpoint. You know what I mean? Like, get really comfortable. So I give it about 6 months. That's what I did personally. I see how much I was making. I ended up developing a website through Shopify, and I was like, okay, well, I think I'm ready to take this to the next level. And then that's what I went ahead and did. Okay guys, tip number 5. So my 5th tip would be making sure when you apply for your LLC that you have a business address, guys. No, it's not a requirement. Just like I told you in number 2, it's not a requirement, but it's something that you probably should try to have as a business address. Now, a business address can be hard to obtain if you do have an online business or e-commerce business. That's why they do have
virtual business addresses, guys.
Yes, that is the main loophole to getting a business address, is a virtual address. You can go on iPostal or different websites. I can put the link in the description box. Basically, what a virtual address is an address that you rent out monthly, like a monthly subscription. You tell them like, okay, this is where my business is at, and all your business mail comes to that address, and they forward it to whatever address you put when you apply for your virtual address. Now, it generally is fast. I got mine in literally the same hour. Sometimes it takes 24 hours for it to get approved. And if you're not comfortable with that, you can go ahead and put your home address. But the main reason for this is if you want to get approved for certain loans in the future or certain type of business credit, they will be hesitant to approve you unless you have like a history of tax forms to like verify that your business is legit. Then I strongly recommend that you try to lean towards getting a virtual business address, or doing something like that, especially if you're in the beginning. So instead of wasting your time, you might want to go ahead and do that. It's something that's fixable, but you could be missing out on a certain amount of money because you didn't decide to go about your business the professional way. Okay guys, my last and final tip is to get comfortable with getting people to do the work for you. Now, I don't mean just anybody, I mean professionals, okay? Like, it kind of ties into my tip number 2 when I said about getting professional help. Like, if you have a business and you want to run your website appropriately, or if you want to go ahead and get out there and advertise your business and promote your business and do some marketing, I highly suggest that you hire somebody that is good in that area. I feel like knowing your department as a boss is detrimental. Like, you don't have to do every single little thing, but you do have to run things. Like, you don't see the owners at the cashiers, like they pay people to do it for you. When you get to that step, or if you can afford to do that, I strongly suggest you do so. It takes a lot of weight off your shoulder as a business owner, and I really feel like that's an important thing to do. And yeah, so that was my last tip. You guys, great luck with your business. I hope that you guys keep pushing, don't ever quit, and thank you for watching this video. Just give it a thumbs up, and thank you. Goodbye.